Hey, everybody, look on the screen. Look at the ladies on the screen. Yeah, well, you can see clearly, obviously, something has gone wrong. Let's talk about it. So, this lady, she really started the Monday off very interesting, okay? And I'm saying, using that term lightly, okay? So, she's going to be the one over here in the pink, and she just going through. It's Monday morning, and she just all over the place. I was like, oh my God. I could tell it in her voice. I said, "Oh yes, she's really stressed, and something's already popped off. It's barely 8 o'clock in the morning." And so here's what the deal was. The deal was this lady. She was dealing with her son. Okay, dealing with her son. He's a grown man, almost near 30 years old. And what is happening is that he just can't seem to get it together. You know what I mean? He just can't get it together. He kind of likes to, let's see, what he likes to do. Working is not one of those things. Doesn't like to work, but he likes to do, drinking and, doing extracurricular activity, smoking. That's what he likes. Okay. So, you know how these mothers are going to always believe in their son and he just needs a chance? Yeah. And you just need reality. So already she's going through, and in my mind, I already knew what it was about, knowing her. And I just pretty much, I just sat chill. I just pretty much said chill because I already kind of heard what was happening, and I kind of already knew what was going to be the aftermath. Okay, and so it's like here you have a grown adult male. You have given him. He lives for free. And now he came into some money and bought a vehicle, and I already knew then he was going to crash it out. It's barely been 30 days. And he was out partying this weekend, and before you know it, got a little tipsy. I guess he thought it was Jaquan. Got a little tipsy, and he had an accident just involving him. He hit a large object. He didn't hurt. He went to his vehicle. Okay, I guess he just didn't see that big old tree over there, but that's okay. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, I've tried, and I'm so tired." And it's like I listened for a minute, and I was like, "Well." My thing was, nothing for me to get upset about because, I told someone, I said, I'm not trying to hear about it. I said, this is very typical when it comes to these men. These mothers will let a man child. That's why these men are lazy a lot. It's how they've been treated by the moms. They will, what's the saying in our community? These mothers will typically, not all, but typically, I would say, in my opinion, the majority, they will love their sons and raise their daughters. So here you have a grown man who can sit up and live for free, get a paycheck, and just do whatever he wants to. That's when it works. But listen, he doesn't really have to work because he's going to have 3 hots and a cot. Going to have food to eat. Bounce over her friends, life of Riley, doesn't think about the future. So I guess with the latest thing, she was like really, really kind of like tore from the floor up. She was really, really going there. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what more can I do? And my thing was, I'm not really trying to hear about all of that. I said, no, 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 no. I said, because, and here's why. This may sound mean and harsh. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't sympathize with her. I don't. Oh, she's going through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You always have with this one. But see, that's what happens when you have your kid, especially your male child, you raise him to be a little princess. Mm-hmm. So I tell you what. I said, here's what to do. So by this time she's gone. I said, well, next time you see her, I said, here's what to do. We're at wit's end. I mean, at 30, what are you talking about? I said, so here's what to do. Imagine if she had a daughter, what would she do? Because I see black women working multiple jobs and going to school because they know they have to get that hustle on. I have rarely seen, maybe if I'm lucky, count on one hand, any black woman that's able to go to school and work and then stay home with free with mom. I'm just saying. Some mothers will do that. Oh, some can pay for their education. You betcha. You got some like Candy that's not rich, but they do that. But that is not the norm. That's why most black women, they know about going out there and getting it because they have to. So I said, just pretend that she had a daughter, and what would she do if she had a daughter in the home with the same thing, being disrespectful? What would she do? I'm willing to bet you the daughter would have been gone. See, I've heard about these kids graduating from high school, and it blew my mind when they told me this. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. How the mothers, some mothers were sitting up here not wanting their daughters to go to college, to get a job, they can help them stay pay bills. What the hell are you talking about? They want a future. And if you're going to school, you can stay here. Some, I couldn't believe it. I saw some young women, they're like, no, we're going to go ahead and go and just get out and get our own place. Right out of high school, it's been maybe a couple of weeks, and already has planned for the children, for the daughters to not the men, but for the females to go ahead and stay home. And you can stay here in your own room and then pay me. I could not believe when they told me the moms were asking for, one was 700 a month and the other said 800 a month off their daughters. And then you wonder why. When you do get ahead, you got a mama bill. Again, mothers will love their sons and raise their daughters. So hearing this drama about this going on, do I have sympathy for her? I really do. I don't. Oh no, no, no! Because this is what you want. This is what you raise. You raised him to be a princess. Very few black women get the princess treatment, and then when you do get it, people act like you don't deserve it. You're not worthy. So when I heard about these mothers, oh, and he did this to me, and I was just, oh my, he did. Oh, really? Oh, you got what you want. Do I condone abuse or support it? No, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Again, that's what happens when you give these sons the princess treatment. Like I said before, and I said again, I stand by. So, what you need to do, what would she do if she had a daughter? How would that turn out? I'm just curious. If she had a daughter, would this have happened? Would the daughter be sitting at home almost 30 and not working and going to school, staying free, eating all free food? Would that have happened? I doubt it. I really doubt it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. There's no, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, I already saw the handwriting on the wall. Better yet, we already forecasted. I just said it was gonna take less than about a month. We already forecast what was gonna go down with this clown. So when you see these women, I thought, wow. When you see this, there's an old saying when I was a kid. I used to hear the grandmother say, like, they would have these adult conversations, and you couldn't be around. Like, oh, you guys have to leave the room, go outside and play. So, oh my gosh, somebody's in the room, and there's going to be some adult conversations, and you want to be nosy, but you can't hear it. And you would hear some things. And I remember the old ones used to say about someone, oh, someone's husband, oh, this and that. They weren't doing baby daddy then, but someone's husband. And what does the older people used to say? I'll never forget that they had a saying called, oh, she's not tired. And it was like, what does that mean? So, oh, she's not tired of that man doing this and that to her. And then when she gets tired, that's when she'll make a move. That's when she'll leave. She's not tired. So when you see these mothers sitting up here, they're gonna sit up here and baby these sons, big old size 13 shoe wearing dudes sitting up here. Oh, what is he doing? This breaking my heart. I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to stay with you. And what are you going to do? He's going to stay with you and ride you down until you are in that grave. She'll be taking care of him from the cradle to the grave, taking care of that boy. And see, that's a choice. As I said before, what would she do if she had a daughter? And that's all I have to say. The daughter would have been gone. So when I see them going through like that, and they raised a male princess, he might as well be wearing a tutu with ballerina shoes. And the mother cries about this abuse. It's just hurting me. Yeah, yeah. You raised a princess, ma'am, and he expects princess treatment because that's what you give. So again, oh no, look what he's doing. Oh my gosh. Really? Obviously, you're not tired yet. But let me know what you all think. All I have to say is, you don't know what to do. Pretend you had a daughter doing the same thing. We know what would happen. The daughter wouldn't beat her that long, especially with a boyfriend. She might be afraid she'd be looking at my man. Yes, because mothers compete with their daughters. Some moms want the best for their daughters, and I applaud that. They invest in their daughters. I love, 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 love to see that. But then there are some who are the exact opposite. So when you see a lot of these women complaining about their sons, really, where's the daughter? More than likely, she's probably on her own making something happen. But what's happened? Mom has raised a princess. And I don't mean the daughter. The princess is her son. Let me know what you all think about this. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share, and I'm out. He needs to be out.